Hello everybody, ASAP Grim here. Welcome to the channel, and this is for our second Chronicle and Bannerlord. Now, I didn't give a customary intro there because I don't know where this video is going to go in the series right now. I'm doing a few things different than my normal style, but this is for Chronicle number 2 in Bannerlord. So this video, it might be pretty lengthy. I don't know yet. We'll see. But I started a countdown timer of 30 minutes as a just to kind of keep track of how much time I've been talking. Okay. I know that we're not looking at anything that has to do with Bannerlord or seemingly so. We are at a website called Notion.so. Notion.so, and I am doing something new and planning out a character before I even play the game. I've got some tools that allow me to accomplish that. Who did I get them from? Well, I got them from this guy, Strat Gaming. Strat Gaming, who also knows another very good Bannerlord YouTuber named Flesson19, has been pumping out some really good content for Bannerlord. I don't know for how long. I only just recently found him. I'm also not a master at this at all. I am trying to just sort of rough draft my way through it, and we'll see how it goes. But I plan on linking this video right here, Character Creation Guide, Complete Guide to Character Leveling and Creation for Bannerlord by Strat Gaming, in the info section of the video that you're watching right now. This section right here, down here. Okay, but I really, really encourage you to go and check out his channel and check out this video in particular, because he's going to teach you everything about it. I don't even understand everything yet. I don't do this as well as he does, but his video will have more info in it, and he's got bookmarks set up and all that good stuff. He's got an entire series here. This is a pretty good series, the Ultimate Guide to Bannerlord series. But the big thing that he gives you is a link to his Discord channel, where if you open it up, you can see here, he and Flesson19, they either know each other in real life or they're YouTube buddies that collaborate together pretty routinely. But you can see that they talk with one another pretty often. Both of these channels are very good for Bannerlord info. But if you come down to, let's see, where was it? Mods, wishes, videos, commands, memes, general. All of a sudden, I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is, useful guide info. And you click on that, you're going to want to download this right here, Bannerlord skill hardcap info. That's going to give you a good idea of how many attribute points and focus points you can expect if you were to play a game to level 32. I believe, if I remember right, it also differentiates between a story campaign and a sandbox campaign. And you use that info, which he has a little bit of that right here. You use that info to plot out your character using a tool up here, the Hero Builder Sheet. Now, if you click on that, it will take you maybe these are other people linking. Oh yeah, these are various builds that you can do, I think. But at any rate, watch his video. He'll walk you through it. And what you do is you set up an account on Notion.so. It's free. If you just Google Notion, it was the first thing that came up for me. And that'll give you access to the Hero Builder cheat sheet, and you can copy his right over to your profile. It'll do it automatically. And then you can also get the hero builder. Okay. And again, watch his video to find out how to use these things. I'm going to do a very clunky attempt at it. Okay. It is going to be clunky. I'm not as good at it as he is. I couldn't totally figure out how he was doing everything. And part of it's just because I'm kind of impatient and I want to get my series started. But I found what works for me, at least right now. And it is kind of a guesstimate. Like, to be honest with you, it seems like an awful lot because I haven't played this game all the way through yet. It seems very ambitious, the depth that we're going to go to and how many different areas. I'm not really so sure that that's realistic, but we'll see how it goes. But what you do is you see I have WC selected here. WC is a summary of all the skills that you have selected. But we need to select those skills first. I'm making it for my character Aiden, who is going to be this series' hero. So what we'll do is we will add a new filter. And instead of going with WC, we're going to go with associated attribute. Is that what I was going with? Yeah. Okay, then you click in here. Now, I am having to backwards engineer this, so hopefully I get this right. I have already done all of this. I erased all of it in order to show you guys, so I hope that I get this right. But in order to help me do that, I'm referring to my hero cheat sheet. This is my Aiden copy of my hero builder cheat sheet. So we can see that the first one is intelligence and steward. These are just rank ordered according, it'll auto filter it. It'll auto rank it according to how many attribute points you assigned. Okay, so I'm going with 9 points evidently into intelligence and 4 points into stewardship for a maximum skill of 276. So if I come back down here to the hero builder, we're going to scroll down past vigor, past control, past endurance, all the way down until we get to intelligence. And there's stewardship. And I know that I'm going to level 276. That's the plan. Anyway, that's my goal. So the first one is between frugal or Spartan. Flesso19 likes Spartan. Strat Gaming likes frugal, and he has reasons for that. Watch his videos to find out why. It has to do with how much you gimp yourself when it comes to earning stewardship XP when you take things like Spartan, things that allow you to use less food. So I'm going to select. You can select either one of these. They're both applying to frugal. It's a primary effect and secondary effect, but that's the level 25 pick that I'm taking. That's the quartermaster trait. This is the party leader trait. Okay, so I'm going to take frugal. Then I'm going to take drill sergeant. All troops gain 2 XP per day. At the level 75, I'm going to take sweatshops. At level 100, I'm going to take discarded armor can be used to give troops XP. That's paid in promise. At level 125, I will take giving hands. Discarded weapons can be used to give troops XP. At level 150, I am going to take relocation. I don't know if these are the smartest choices, guys. I don't know this game super well. This is just what it sounded good on its surface. I like this one right here. In fact, I like both of them. Gaining influence and then project boosting is 20% more effective. At level 175, there's that reduced food consumption by parties, so I don't want that one. Well, they both do. I would rather reduce the food consumption of garrisons, and I like this right here. A morale boost from having diverse food is doubled because I'm going to be trying to do that anyway. Over here at level 200, mercenary wages or forced labor. Contractors or forced labor. Prisoners in your party provide carry capacity as if they were normal troops. Yes, forced labor it is. Construction speed is also increased by 10%. That's sounds like a general thing to me. I think it would apply both to towns and to castles. Arenicus horses, 10% increased carry capacity, or master of, or mules, pack animals versus troops. Trade penalties reduced by 20% for mounts. Well, we're going to have more mounts than pack animals. So I'll take Arenicus horses. For level 250, it's Master of Warcraft or Urban Developer. I think I'll take Master of Warcraft. At level 275, it's going to be Price of Loyalty. There's only one selection there. That's the final perk, it looks like. Okay. So then the next one I'm going to grab is, wait a minute, where's Aiden? Here we go. Medicine, which is also going to be at 276. So we scroll down again. Okay. Now, medicine is notoriously difficult to level up. I don't know. This is why I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to hit these goals, you know. I definitely like preventive medicine. At level 50, I want walk it off. At level 75, I want sledges. I don't know. Maybe that should say sleds. At level 100, when morale is high, I think that's the one I want. Versus resting in settlements. Because I'm expecting to have high morale because of all that different kind of food that I plan on having. Okay, level 125, I think it's siege mechanic I want. Yes, I take that over veterinarian. Level 150, pristine, I don't remember. Increase village hearth growth rate by 20%. Or get 20% healing bonus in villages. I don't hardly ever go to villages. Get 20% healing bonus in towns and increase settlement prosperity by 1 per day. I'm going to take pristine streets. Small increase to clan life expectancy or food variety increases. Yeah, take the food variety, increases healing rate by 5% per food. Perfect health. At level 200, clean infrastructure versus physician of the people. Oh, I like physician of the people. Tier 1 and 2 troops have 30% chance to recover from lethal wounds. Ignore the first negative roll from terminally ill roll. Ooh, increase the loyalty of settlement by 1 per day. That might be nice also. Oh, my bad. That's cheat death down here. Okay, increased loyalty of settlement. Yeah, I like physician of the people. Okay, at level 225, cheat death versus fortitude tonic. Oh man, I don't know here. Hold on, let me mute Mike. Okay, well, the kind of playthrough that I'm doing, I'm going to have hero, I don't know, is hero companion or is that our character? Because my companions are going to be immortal. They can't die. I want to take fortitude tonic. Increase max hit points of other heroes in party by 10. Okay, so heroes applies to us and the companions. And increase your own hit points by 5. Okay, then at level 250, Battle Hardened versus Helping Hands. Every troop in your party increases recovery rate by 2%, 50% less prosperity loss from starvation versus wounded units gain 25 XP after battle. I think I'd rather heal faster. All right. And then Minister of Health, your troops get, get 1 hit point every 2 levels above 200. Okay, we'll take that. Okay, so then we're on to engineering, where we're also going to go to level 276, supposedly. Non-ranged siege engine build speed is increased by 10% and equipped shield. I like this one because I know I'll have guys that have shields. I don't know how many people I'll have with crossbows. So I'll take scaffolds. At level 50, prison architect versus siege works. I think I like, well, prisoner escape chance from dungeons is reduced 25 per. Okay, well, the playthrough that we're doing, we're raising the dragon banner. We're not going to be putting prisoners. This is not the advised way of playing, guys. But we're not going to be taking prisoners. So I'm going to actually take siege works here. Normally, I would take prison architect, but I'm going to take siege works in this case. Carpenters versus military planner. Rams and siege towers have 33% more hit points. That sounds nice. 12% increased build speed for town projects. Ranged troops have 50% more ammo when besieging. That sounds better. 25% increased build speed for castle projects. Military planner it is. Okay, Dreadful Besieger versus Wallbreaker. Increased chance to hit siege engines by 10% versus damage to walls increased by 25%. That one. And your troops deal 10% more damage to shields. Again, this one with the crossbows. So I'll definitely take Wallbreaker. Foreman, increased campaign map accuracy of Mangonel and Trebuchet by 10%. Every time a project is finished, add 100 prosperity to settlement. Or Salvager, increased campaign map ballista accuracy by 20%, and each militia increases siege engine build speed by 0.1%. That's not bad for defense. You know, your governors will be able to build their siege engines faster. Every time a project is finished, add 100 prosperity to settlement. Yeah, I like Salvager. All right, Siege Engineer. Defensive siege engines have 30% more points and can craft fire versions. Stone cutters, 30% faster build rate for fortifications, aqueducts, and barracks. Kind of like that one. And I'm already taking where I can. Yeah, I'm going to take Stone Cutter. All right, battlements not implemented and increase max food storage capacity by 100, or camp building. During besieging, army loses 50% less cohesion and reduced casualty chance from bombardment by 20%. Man. Yeah. Camp building. Apprenticeship. Each time you build a siege engine, your whole party gains 5 XP. And every building project at least level 1 in the settlement brings 1% gain to prosperity. Versus engineering guilds. Increase recruitment slots by 1 with artisans. And wall hit points are increased 25%. Both of these seem nice. I like this and I like this. Your whole party gains 5 XP. I think I'm going to run with that one. So we're going to take apprenticeship. Although this is really tempting. Wall hit points increased by 25%. At level 225, improved tools. Camp prep is 20% faster. Troops under your command deal 5% more damage. Or metallurgy, not implemented, and troops under your control gain 5 armor. Go with offense. Troops under your command deal 5% more damage in camp prep. That one's kind of big, I think. Is 20% faster. Metallurgy, not architectural commissions, mangonels and trebuchets reload 25% faster during bombardments. Continuous projects provide 20 gold per day. Clockwork, ballista and siege bombardment reload 25% faster, and gold boost for town projects are 20% more effective. Well, this appeals to me really strongly, but I think I want to try and knock down walls. So I'm going to take architectural commissions instead. And then you have master work at level 275. Every skill over 250 gives siege engines 1% more damage. Okay. Looking at our cheat sheet, after the intellect skills of stewardship, medicine, and engineering, we next go with endurance. Writing, athletics, and smithing are all going to need to go to 262. 262. All right, writing. So we got to get down to endurance. Control, endurance, writing, 262. So between, level 25, full speed versus nimble steed, I want nimble steed. Veterinary versus well-strapped, I want well-strapped. Filled to the brim versus nomadic traditions, I want nomadic traditions. Sagittarius versus sweeping winds. It's a tough call. It's nice to have the additional party speed, but we're Battanian also, and I really like the decreased accuracy penalty while mounted for everybody. So I'm going to take Sagittarius. Relief Force is a singular trait at level 125. Level 150, it's between Horse Archer and Mounted Warrior. Increase range damage while mounted by 10%. Mounted troops under your command do 5% more damage. That's a general mounted troops under your command. It's not specifying ranged. I never noticed that before. Increase your mounted melee damage by 5%, and melee cavalry under your command do 5% more damage. Ordinarily, I do mounted warrior because I like swinging that glaive. I primarily work off of melee. But I tend to like things that benefit the whole over things that benefit the specific. Melee cavalry or mounted troops in general do 5%. That means whether they're throwing a javelin or shooting a bow or hitting with a sword or a polearm. So I'm going to take this one, Horse Archer. Between Breeder and Riding Horde, I will take Riding Horde. Halves the party speed penalty for herd. And governed settlements, bound villages have increased rate of tier 2 horses. Versus animals in your inventory have low chance to reproduce, and government settlements, bound villages have 5% more production. Halves party speed penalty for herd. I don't know if I ever really get up to having herd. Well, I'm going to stick with riding horde. This one right here is really appealing. That increased production. Annoying buzz versus thunderous charge. I go thunderous charge, I believe. 20% more damage with mounted ranged kills. Morale damage. Ranged troops you command do 5% more morale damage with kills. You cause 20% more morale damage with mounted melee kills, which is what I do predominantly. Mounted melee troops you command do 10% more morale damage. Okay. Cavalry Tactics. Cavalry troop recruitment rate increased by 30%. Towns versus mounted patrols. Prisoners in your party are 50% less likely. Well, Mounted troop wages decreased by 50% in garrison. I mean, I don't really use either one of these. I don't know. I'm going to go mounted patrols, even though we're going to be killing nobles. Killing nobles. Increase your stagger damage threshold or increase mounts armor. I like increasing the mounts armor. The way of the saddle is the level 2. Oh, wait, we're not doing 275. It's 262. So we stop right here. Increase your mounts armor by 20%, and mounted troops under your command gain plus 10 armor. Okay, then moving into athletics, I want to take morning exercise. I used to take well built all the time. This is a good one, I think. But increased movement speed seems like it would apply to you whether you're mounted or not. And being able to chase people down is kind of a big deal, especially when you're on foot. Form-fitting armor is what I grab. Slightly increased persuasion, increased party size, which is really nice. Oh, crafting stamina. Yeah, this is a no-brainer. We're going to take stamina. At level 100, it's increased damage with all melee weapons, or when no ranged. This would almost never apply to us, so we're going to take powerful. Braced versus surging blow. Speed damage while on foot versus decreased charge damage, and foot troops take less charge damage, also 50% less. I like that one. We'll take braced. I like walk it off. Energetic helps when you're overburdened. Oh, no, but easily we're taking healthy citizens. We're going to increase endurance attribute by 1. This is why we're in the athletics tree. We're going to get a free endurance attribute point there. That's level 175. At level 200, we have to choose between a control attribute and a vigor attribute. And the way that I built my character out, because of the options I took in character creation, I am going with vigor. Vigor. Increase vigor by 1. And then at level 225, I'm going to take strong arms, which gives a focus point for throwing. At level 250, increase armor by 10% while on foot. Foot troops in your formation gain 5 armor, or increase stagger damage threshold by 50% while on foot, and decrease party's food consumption by 20%. I will take the ignore pain. And then we're not taking the level 275. We're 262 is our cap. Okay, then into smithing. It doesn't have all of the things in here. I don't really know why. It's just got these 4 attributes for smithing. But we can either increase control by 1 or increase vigor by 1. I will increase vigor. Vigorous smith. I will increase endurance. Enduring smith. The other option is increase focus point for one-handed and two-handed. So we're going to take the attribute point over the focus point. Okay, next. I keep clicking on the wrong one. After smithing, it's going to be polearm and vigor. We're going to level 260. Level 260, polearm. One-handed, two-handed. I ignored two-handed. I will very likely put at least 1 point. Maybe 2 into two-handed. Let's see. So polearm, we're going to take cavalry. We're going to take braced at level 50. At level 75, we're taking swift swing because we're Battanians. We've got that Romphalia. At level 100, it's going to be, well, it says footwork, but the attribute is general, increased combat movement speed with pole arms. So I'm gonna take that. At level 125, it's gonna be Steed Killer. We are not Lancers. Well, there's my timer, so I know I've been recording for 30 minutes now. Steed Killer at level 150, I think it's Guards. Yes, Guards. The other one is Couched Lance. At level 175, I like Phalanx. Infantry in your party have increased melee weapon skill by 30. I think that's when they're in shield wall. I can't remember for sure. Troops in your formation deal 3% more polearm damage. Versus troops in your formation have 20% less morale loss, and garrisoned infantry have 20% less wages. Well, that's nice, but I like Phalanx. On level 200, all troops in your party gain 1 XP per day. I'm going to take drills. Let's highlight this skill. All right, sure-footed, decreased charge damage taken by 50% versus unstoppable force, which is couched lance. So hopefully this stacks, because that means our infantry, when they are in shield wall, no, I don't think they even need to be in shield wall. Our infantry will take 100% reduced charge damage. I'm sorry, 80%. Be 80% reduced. That would be nice. Counterweight, yes. That's level 250, and that's the last one that we take. Okay, so for polearm. Moving back up here to Aiden. Polearm. Okay, next is control and throwing, which is also at 260. Polearm, bow, crossbow, and throwing. Okay, because I plan on taking Impale, and the way that Impale works is that it first factors in your initial damage to shields. I'm going to grab Shield Breaker over Quick Draw. I really like Quick Draw. That's really good. But because of how I want to use javelins, I want to hurl them into the infantry whenever they're all walled up or they're in a circle and they got their shields out, and I want to just try and bust their shields down, as I'm also simultaneously using my glaive to take down enemy cav. That's how I envision using my guy. At level 50, I think, even though I get no use out of this, melee use of throwing weapons do 10% more damage. This one right here for a Battanian outfit, where their melee troops also do throwing and their archers have two-handed swords, I'm going to take Flexible Fighter. I think that's especially strong for the Battanian army. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but that's just what my thoughts are. At level 75, this is a tough call. Decrease mounted throwing accuracy penalty by 20% versus projectile speed increase of 25%. Both are really nice, so it's going to come down to the secondaries. Mounted troops you lead deal 10% more damage with throwing weapons versus troops under your command have throwing weapon speed increase 10%. Wow, man. So it's going to be damage and accuracy versus throwing speed. I'm going to go with mounted skirmisher, but I've taken perfect technique before, and how hard and fast you throw your javelins, it really, not a small thing. It's a big deal because momentum factors into how much damage you do. I also find that you have to do less arc, which helps you in the aiming. Gosh, the more I'm talking to myself about this, I'm going to take Perfect Technique because Perfect Technique is also giving me both accuracy and damage just with what I just told you about. Now, I don't know if it'll work that way for you, but that's how it works for me, I think. Knockoff versus running throw. Troops you lead deal 5% more throwing damage to Cav. Or troops under your command have throwing skill increased by 30. I'm going to double up on this projectile speed with throwing weapons, gain additional 25% speed from your movement. I've never put these two together. That might be absolutely insane. And this right here is very appealing. That skill increase of 30 for my troops. All right, at level 125, it's skirmisher versus well prepared. Because I'm doing javelins, I want that extra +1. And focus versus last hit. I like last hit. Throwing weapons deal 50% more damage to enemies with less than 50% hit points. Yeah. That's level 150. Okay, level 175. Headhunter versus throwing competitions. It's headshots versus cheaper upgrades, basically. Tier 2 plus troops are 20% cheaper to recruit with Headhunter as well. I think Headhunter is the easy choice on that one. Level 200, saddlebags versus splinters. We're going to take saddlebags. It's another +2 throwing. Level 225, I'm going to take resourceful over long reach. That's again +2 ammunition. We're up to a +5 extra. And then 250 is definitely impale. Javelins you throw penetrate shields like ballista bolts. And troops you command do 10% more damage with throwing weapons. Okay. And that's it for control. We're not built to go up to 275. Alrighty then. Coming back up here then, the next thing is social charm. Social charm, 112 and leadership 112 and trading at 72, but we're not taking anything in. It's just the way that I made my character, I couldn't avoid putting a point in trading. Why does that say 123, I wonder? Oh, they all do. Okay. So it's 112 for charm and leadership. Charm and leadership. Scroll down until we get to social. And there we are, social. So in charm, we're going to take Icebreaker at level 25. At level 50, we're going to take Show Your Scars. At level 75, I like avoiding the crit failure. Well, to be completely honest with you, right now at this point in time, I save scum these decisions. So maybe I should go 10% better chance for double persuasion one. All right, at level 100. This is a tough pick. I have the impression, guys, I don't know if I'm right on this. I have the impression that we deal with more male nobles than we do with females. And that when it comes to heads of family and interactions with our fellow war chiefs and stuff, there are more males than there are females. And so I always go with young and respectful. Is there something I'm missing about that in this game, or am I just flat incorrect on that? Maybe my impression is wrong. Because it seems to me to be a fairly clear-cut choice. And if I'm not right, I'd like to be corrected so I can improve my game. But right now, young and respectful is what I go with all the time. Increase relationship gain with same gender by 20%. And that's because I always play male characters. Now, I guess if I played a female character, I would go with In Bloom, increase relationship gain with opposite gender by 20%. But so far, I've only played male characters. All right, so looking for input on that. All right, champion versus respectful opposition. Gain +2 influence from winning tournaments. Well, we're going to be doing that. That's a no-brainer. 30% chance to negate negative relationship hits from kingdom decisions. Okay. Yeah, the +10 influence from winning tournaments is what we're going for. Effort for the people versus promoter. Town governor has a 10% chance to gain one relationship with a random notable, or for every project completed, gain one relationship. I would imagine we're going to be doing plenty of projects. Pro Familia, clan member parties gain 10% more influence from actions. Or our glorious leader gain 20% more influence from personal actions. I'm going to bet on myself there. I don't really know. At some point in time, when your clan is big enough, this one probably outweighs it. But I'm going to go with our glorious leader. Moral leader versus natural leader. Town gets +10 security, or town gets +10 loyalty. I think I'm going to go with the loyalty. Courtship versus parade. Wait, am I too deep into this tree? What was I supposed to be at? This is the social. 112. Yeah, I'm too deep. So let's scroll back down. Cunning tree. Okay, social. We're not going to go to level 200 or 175 or 150 or 125. We are going to make it to level 100. Okay, so then next is leadership. It's +2 XP to all troops versus increase versus +4 XP for tier 1 and 2. Each troop in the garrison gains +3 XP per day. Or increase recruitment levels of NPCs with the same culture as you. I don't know. Both of those are pretty nice, but I'm going to go raise the meek. Fervent attacker +4 morale at beginning of battle when attacking. Yeah, I will be attacking a lot more than I'm defending. Authority town garrison is 20% more effective, and increase party size by 5 versus heroic leader +1 town loyalty per day, and troops under your command cause 10% damage to enemy morale with kills. Well, Strat Gaming says increasing party size is like one of the king traits. You want to do that. And I really should take his word for it, but I think maybe because I'm not great at this game, I already tend to have levels of troops that I'm striving to get up to that, to max that level. And whenever I'm at that level, I don't strive as much anymore. But whenever I'm at max level, it seems to be plenty for what I'm doing. And 5 extra troops isn't going to make a difference. You know, maybe 50 extra troops would make a difference. So I'm going to go heroic leader. Famous commander, increase renown gain by 50% in battles. That's really nice. Recruited troops start with 200 XP bonus. Or loyalty and honor, tier 3 plus troops under your command ignore retreat due to low morale. And convert non-bandit prisoners 30% faster. That's an easy choice for me. I'm going to take famous commander, and that's as far as we can go there. In trading, I did have what level? 72, so we can get 2 things in trading. We can get the level 25 and level 50. Leadership trading, okay. 15% decrease in sell price penalty for equipment. Yeah, we're going to be trading in a lot of equipment. Not so much on trade goods. And then at level 50, party can carry 30% more weight. That's pretty nice. Or your shop has 20% less upkeep. I don't know which one's better there. I'm going to go ahead and go with Caravan Master. We can carry 30% more weight. Okay. So those are the skills I want. Now whenever I come up here and I go to filter and I filter by, I don't know what WC stands for, but it's all the things that we chose. I can see at a glance, really, that for polearm, I need to get to level 250. Okay, well, so what we do then is we open this sheet right here, this Excel sheet. And for polearm, I needed, what did I say, 250? So here's 250, and here's 262. So we can either put 10 attribute points and 3 focus points into vigor and polearm. Or, and this is what I chose to do, because I'm only doing polearm, I might go very lightly into two-handed, but not very deep at all. I went with this one, and it was really too bad. I was only 2 points shy right here. But so I went ahead and had to go 4 focus points, but it allows me to go with 2 less vigor points. So it would be 8 attribute points. Is there anything else at 260? Here's 260 right here. Oh, I think this is the one I picked, guys. I took 5 attribute points and 5 focus points for polearm. So that's how you figure out what you're going to need. And then you come over to your cheat sheet and you make your notes, right? So how many points are you going to need? If I go into here and I change this to 6, you can see it sends it down here because I'm at 6 now. It puts it in rank order of attribute points. So it's not going to be 6, it's going to be 9. Okay. And by using that chart, you can find out, okay, I'm going to need 9 attribute points into stewardship and 4 into focus points, or 4 focus points into stewardship. 9 attribute points into intelligence, 4 into steward. Now that 9 will cover all of this, right? But you need 4 focus points into engineering, 4 focus points into medicine, and 4 focus points into steward. And that's for us to hit level 276. Currently, the way that my character is built at the very beginning, I have 3 attribute points and no focus points into stewardship. I have 3 attribute points and 1 focus point into medicine. So I will change these as we scale up until we meet our goal. So that's why I have this one right here. This is my working copy. This is where I'll make changes to the text, but I wanted to have something I could revert back to for the original, how the character began. So down here, for example, on writing, it's an endurance skill, and we are going to need 8 attribute points and 4 focus points. Okay, well, we start with 2 attribute points, just right off the bat. And then you go through character creation, where I gained another 2 attribute points, and that's why I have 4 currently. And I have 2 focus points into writing. So I'm going to need 4 more attribute points to reach my goal of 8. If I'm understanding his video correctly. his instructions. I'm a little bit concerned that I am not supposed to be counting those 2 freebies that every character starts with before character creation. But because I was a little bit iffy on what he was saying there. I don't know why. It's probably me, But currently I have 4 attribute points and 2 focus points, so I need 4 more attribute points into endurance. But I have in my parentheses here, because of the athletics tree and the smithing tree, those are going to give me 2 attribute points. So I only need to assign 2 more as we level up, because these trees here, once we hit those areas, they will give me 2 of those attribute points, right? I have similar notes here. This is endurance. Look at vigor. I need 5 attribute points. Currently, I have 2 with 1 focus point and a polearm. I need to get to 5. Athletics and smithing. Each one of these trees will give me 1 attribute point each for +2. So I only need to really put 1 more attribute point into vigor. Once I fill out the athletics and smithing tree, I'll get the other 2 that I'm looking for. That's why it's going to be important to get athletics and smithing leveled up quickly. And I'm very skeptical that I can do that appropriately. I have never, ever taken athletics before. I don't know. I don't know how realistic it is that I'm going to level this thing up very quickly. So we'll see how it goes. But there's, you keep your notes, and then as you get closer to your goal, you can change your notes, and maybe you do it like I do, where you put where you're at, or maybe you put in, instead of putting where you're at, maybe you put need X amount more, however you want to do it. But these tools look like they're very, very useful for pre-planning a character and role-playing it. Like, you should see, you should see how he does his Joan of Arc character. He's got a playthrough where he's playing as Joan of Arc. It's really interesting. And man, he spun her up really well. Like, she's really good in leadership, but she doesn't have a polearm. She's a one-handed sword and shield lass. I think he's not against giving her a polearm, but he wanted to he put her on a horse. He gave her a sword and shield because we have pictures of that kind of stuff, right? And historical data, that's one of the things. We know that she wielded sword and shield, and we know that she rode on horseback. But I don't think he gave her a bow. And, he didn't give her any archery or throwing or anything like that. She's more of a field general. She's like a Napoleon on the field. She stands back on a hill and tells everybody what to do. No, that's not true. That's like Napoleon. She leads from the front, and he plays her like that. She leads the charge. She's constantly pushing her people to have courage and get out there. It's really neat the way that he does it. I just love his approach to it. And but he built her out using this so that he knew, okay, in this series, by the time I get to level 32, I should be able to attain all of these things. And that's how he planned his character, so that he can role play her appropriately, rather than making spur of the moment choices, not knowing what the future may hold. So there we go. We're at almost an hour on this video, so that's the end of it. I hope that everything is well understood here. I hope I gave you the right resources to find this stuff yourself, and that you understand how we're going to try and apply this in our own playthrough. I say we, it's going to be me. It's the collective we. And we'll see if I'm able to pull it off. This is my first stab at using these tools the way that he does, and I'm sure I'll get better rolling into the future. But for right now, this is what we got. All right, again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thanks for coming by this channel. I hope all is well in your neck of the woods, and I will see you in the next episode where this story continues.